Hello. Hi. Hello. Uh, this is my mech showcase for the Shadow mech. I just call it the Shadow. It's based off of an urban legend known as the Wendigo. The Wendigo is basically known for it's a zombie-like creature that a person will go through and become if they cannibalize another human. But it is my favorite folklore, and it's what I loosely based this design around. I made it so that the player in this mech is based in the rib cage of the Wendigo to show its undying starvation and the fact that it isn't fed enough. It is partially mechanical, and this base doesn't actually do anything. It doesn't fly or anything. It's the legs that everything does. So here are the leg models. The legs are built up really heavily based off of a certain other person's mech, which I will put in the top right corner, but I'll put their name and everything. I believe it was called the Walker mech. I heavily based it off of that, not in the way I copied them, but in the form of having grapplers on the bottom and the UFO things. I've learned holding them from right here is the best spot if you want it to look good, but holding it from right here is the best spot for it to feel good while in first person. As if you're holding it, here, I'll just show you. When you're holding it, like this, you look more visually appealing to others, as you have more of a actual shoulder base and stuff like that. But originally I made this for you to grab these handlebars, which looks less visually appealing, but it looks way better in first person. It has grapplers to have an animation for when you step, particle effects that go up. It's not the best when you're looking directly underneath it so you can see the grapplers. It's way better when you're above it and you see the particles, not the grapplers. But another thing about this mech is I took another reference from the other mech. It uses a butcher pipe as the main item, meaning it does 6 hits to kill somebody. I will be giving these out in a certain code. The code will be given out in a different video in the future. When you fly with this, there is 2 boosters on the tops of these. It looks kind of goofy when you're holding it like this, because then it looks like you have no shoulders. So it looks better for the person flying it, but not for the people looking on the outside. So I recommend holding it by the side, which makes it look just more appealing, as it makes you look like you have shoulders. But on further ado, you can fly using 2 of these boosters, which are actually better than fans, but they don't boost builds. They only boost builds if you're holding it, and they don't stay on. They run out of time. For example, if I keep going and I boost for a long minute, eventually it'll turn off, and I just, unless I fiddle the machine so that it can. But I built this I wanted to build a mech, and I started building this when originally oh yeah, I forgot to mention, there is a saddle on the back to transport your friends if they were to hop on with you onto the mech. This is the arm layout. We have drills for sound effects. This middle part, which is meant to be, I was originally making a bird, so it was meant to be a skinnier bone of a bird, which then leads them to the thicker claw region, which from this angle, the claw looks very unappeasing and kind of bad, to be honest. But when the claw is brought upright, in my opinion, it looks really good. I also like shooting this off at people because from first person, it looks really cool. I kind of want to show that. So say I had this. And I just was to like shoot this at someone. I was to shoot this at someone. It would just look really cool. It's a little harder because I don't have the other one on. But if say there was somebody and I just it looks kind of cool, almost like there's like robotic tendrils that are coming out of it. That was not intended. None of this was intended. This is just what happened. Kind of just let it flow. But I used the fans for the, like, trying to show, like, kind of the fur on some parts, and it's partially mechanical with these, saw blades from the silent, wait. I don't know. But, yeah. So, has teleporters for eyes and different things like that. I think it's pretty cool. It has teleporters for eyes. Pretty cool, like, base, in my opinion. I used more of these butcher pipes. I really like the butcher pipes, you'll notice. I used boomerangs to try to get that ribcage feeling, and I used these fans to try to emphasize that it's an open ribcage. I don't know how well I did on that, but I'd say I did pretty well. I tried to make the neck look actually like a neck. It has cording leading into the skull. It's just made for looks. It doesn't do anything. But I have fans. You can actually kind of use this as a fan. That's not intended, but you can if you wanted to. So I think you could actually fly with this if you swung it hard enough. I don't think that's not intended though. So don't do that if I give this to you. Yeah. So this mech is made to look like kind of like a bird type looking thing. But I ended up going in the form of the Wendigo because it is my favorite. It's my favorite folklore. And I ended up doing the deer skull Wendigo, which is very different from the original, which is more of a zombie-like, just zombie. The antlers and the skull, like deer skull, are newer adaptations. I just find them really cool, and they're cool to study, so that was my Meg. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. So, hope y'all enjoyed. This is my first. I've been wanting to post this for a hot minute because I've just been wanting to post a mech video because I love building them, but I never post them. Also, I really like building detailed mechs like this guy that aren't as like explosive as a lot of people's mechs. But it's more melee. It's more like I could still put that on and I have to still use strategy to win a fight. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Yay! Everybody's happy. See ya. It was Mushling signing out.